of their people there in danger. The European Union is actively supporting the development in Libya of alternatives to detention. Recently, the Libyan government agreed to allow UNHCR to open a transit and departure facility to Tripoli for people in need of international protection. IOM is also working with partner non-governmental organisations on pilot projects to promote safe spaces, which would have the capacity to host a small group of vulnerable women and children. As regards now the use of funds, we are monitoring, as in every case, how they are used. We are not aware so far of misuses, but ready to listen to concrete evidences.